Hello, I'm Bookface, and welcome back to another speed drawing. This time I'm turning the boomerang fish from Subnautica into a leviathan. Kinda had to hold my breath there for a second for the intro, and it really shows I'm out of shape. I'm very out of shape. Oh, wow, that was a mess. But yeah, so I had this idea. There aren't a lot of leviathans in Subnautica, or at the very least not in Below Zero. I don't think there are many in the first one either. But I'm like, hey, leviathans are cool. So what if I made the really small, cute little fish into giant, horrifying leviathans? So this structure I'm starting out with here is based on the mosasaur, just because I think it's a pretty cool design for an animal. It's not too fish, it's not too alligator. It's just like weird. Ah, yes, it's perfectly apt description. Not too fish, not too alligator, just weird. So here I'm using the outline to the best of my abilities. Now I'm having to rough out that shape because it looks like I tried to cut it out while I was blind. And that did not. I actually did not have. I did not have the blindness when I drew it. Makes it sound like it's some status effect in Dungeons and Dragons. I did not have +2 to blindness for these turns. Would that be -2 to vision? I don't know. I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know these things. But yeah, what was I talking about? Oh, right. You really gotta smooth out these lines because when you're just trying to fit around an arbitrary little outline, it can get really like choppy. Of course, I use multiple layers for things like the head and the back flippers, just so I can use shading to more easily define the difference. Love that. Love that head. That's some good head, if I say so myself. The head shade was a little tricky, but like I think I did a pretty good job with it. I'm pretty happy with that. Just, I didn't want to make it just straight up a boomerang fish as the head, which I kind of did anyways, but I think I sort of managed to even it out enough that it doesn't feel like I just took the boomerang fish and put an neck on it. Look at them lips. Oh, we get into the bluish accents? Yes, we are. The blue, teal, the colored accents. Yeah. Some artists know color theory. I don't even know colors. It's a little tricky figuring out where these should go because I'm like, do I want to stick exactly to how it is on the fish, or do I want to be less precise? And how precise am I being? Is this right? Is this not right? What am I doing with my life? Just all these questions that I come up every time that I draw something. Just these deeply existential questions of what am I doing. So, anyways, you might notice a few incidents like that where just completely just it looks like I just had like a seizure in the middle of my movement. For some reason, my computer's having an issue of like it'll keep acting like I was holding down the mouse even when I've stopped holding down the mouse. So, or sometimes it'll just completely just freak out and just you'll probably see it later, but it'll be like it'll just jump out in some random line that I couldn't even do, and I don't know why that happens. Glow. Glow is fun. I am good at the glow. Uh, this is one of the easiest effects for me to do is glow. There are really two types of glow, which, oh yeah, also I'm putting the blue accent down the spine to, oh god, the tail. I could not figure out how to do the tail shape for the life of me, and you will see that occurring through this whole freaking video. Up there was a little spasm. But yeah, like I was saying, light's interesting. You can either, oh yeah, I was turning the flippers into feet because I wanted it to be like semi-terrestrial, not just fully underwater, because I think that makes it more scary if the giant water monster can get out of them. Oh yeah, and here I changed up the physique a little bit to make it more certain, because it kind of it's a tricky anatomy of sorts, because like there's perspective, but not a lot of perspective. It's tricky. And here I got these real pointed teeth, basic stuff. So light, glowiness. So there are two main ways to do glow, and they both have a pretty similar, but either way, pretty cool effect, which is white in the middle, very saturated color as the halo around it, which makes it seem like it has its benefits. And the other one is very saturated color in the middle with a white halo around it. And I think the one with the halo being the saturated one, I think makes it look more like a bright, colorful glow, whereas the saturated in the middle and white halo makes it look more pale-ish, and then me copying the teeth because I'm lazy. But yeah, no, work smarter, not harder, or be like me and don't be smart or hard. Wait a minute. I would say we're going to edit around that, but I can't do that. I don't do this. This is my principles. I don't edit these videos, and I'm lazy. So yeah, here I'm just really defining them paws. They really do look like paws, kind of. So yeah, like I said, I'm trying to make it more terrestrial. I did some weird thing of like tiny little eraser and then the smudge tool. Is it smudge tool? The little I fingered it. No, really, this would call for a lot of editing. Where was I? Oh right, I was trying to make the feet look good, and several unfortunate incidents of word. Very unfortunate sense of word. But once I figured I could just use the little smudge tool, it was a lot easier. Yeah, just really having to clean up a lot of these lines. Oh yeah, here's where I decided, because earlier those bluish accents were going to some like weird, like lips, which is a little odd. Now they're turning into like some beak. Now, what's the scientific reason for this thing having a beak? I don't know. Oh yeah, it's also probably worth noting that I did the head in like a weird way, because like technically speaking, the head's supposed to be like. This is supposed to be like a full over the top shot of the head, like looking straight at. Oh god, those eyes! The small pupils really make it creepy. But that's weird. But like I was saying, full flat over the top version view of the head, but everything else has different proportions, so it's like weirdly just cocking its head to the side and facing the camera. Camera, what? You know what I mean? God, back to the tail. This tail is my nemesis. The thing is, the tail is like the one thing that by the end of this drawing I'm not fully happy with. Like, I never got the tail right. The tail is a mystery. I don't understand tail. Yeah, just some simple lines, make it seem like it fits in the body more. It's not just an amorphous yellow blob. Change the structure a bit more. Like I said, I didn't think it narrowed down enough. I thought it just kind of seemed like it stayed very uniform the whole way, which don't make sense by any account. Even if it weren't like supposed to be proportion-ish moved. I don't know what I was gonna say, and I'm not gonna try to figure it out. Look, I did fins. So basically, I thought just like a nice row of dorsal fins would kind of repeat that sort of boomerang fish shape design without literally just making boomerangs everywhere, because that's kind of what I've been doing up to this point. And of course, I added a glow, and here's where you'll see the difference between like a slightly like saturated blue glow versus a very much white glow. They have very different effects, though similar. And of course, I didn't add a white halo around them, so confusing it further. Oh look, I don't know where I was going with. Oh yeah, I wanted to add more blue accents on like the body as a whole, but those didn't look right. They looked like weird, like birthmarks or something. Not the birthmarks were weird, but those looked like weird ones. So I ended up going with an idea that it would kind of have like this accented padding going into the fingers of the feet to make it look like real strong, heavily enforced. Reinforced is the word. Got to be enforced to reinforce. That's what the force says. like from Star Wars. You know, I actually tried scripting this video to an extent of my talking points, but I haven't been able to look down at the script because I'm trying to follow along with the video. And, you know what, I don't think a script is helping me anyways. But, you know, that's that experiment. But like I was saying, I was trying to, like, reinforce, is the word, the fin flipper feet things. But it kind of just looks like some like blue ice cream is dripping down the fingers. I try to get it looking as nice as I can. I try to make it real thin so that it's clear that like it's just supposed to go over the hand. It's not, it doesn't have any like weight to it. It's just a covering per se. And then I figured out the idea to make lines going perpendicular to the little spine ridge. Yeah, trying to work on that perspective. That was the word. That was the word I was trying to remember. Anyways, so yeah, I ended up, but I didn't think that like just completely detaching the fins from the main dorsal ridge thing made sense. So I reattached them with these kind of triangles, which again look like, hey dog, ignore those sounds. But so I attached them with these triangles, which look a little artificial to me, but you know, this is what I got. And then of course I added these big, sort of broad, almost like shovel-like claws, because I wanted it to be good on land, like in water, but also I guess you can kind of burrow with these. Like these aren't, notice they aren't like hooked or curved very much. That's because they're not meant for like offensive abilities of like giving a big ol' slap. It is now the fish that slaps, not slap the fish. Watch that video. But these are more like digging, burrowing, something or other claws. And I do like how those turned out. So yeah, here I am copying them, but you know, at this point I was tired, so I apologize for nothing. I apologize for nothing anyways. I never apologize for things. I'm a man. We ignore our faults and get defensive about them like men. Where was I going with that? Right, claws. Okay, then after a brief pause, intermission thing, oh yeah, I'm shading the, I'm working on the, not proportion, perspective. I forgot the word again, but I remembered it this time. I did it, Mom. Are you proud of me? Hi, Mom. Anyways, everyone say hi to my mom down in the comments. Yeah, here I'm working on the background, making like a nice gradient. It's real easy to do water backgrounds because it really is just as simple as a bunch of different blues and put them in a gradient. But, you know, it's very fun. It's nice to make. Oh yeah, and I had the idea to make these little beams of light, and just really makes this one of the best backgrounds I've done. And considering how easy it is, that's a little sad, considering how easy it was, that this is the best background I've done. And here we have our finished product. Since, you know, it was a boomerang fish and turned into a Leviathan, big old monster, I decided to call it the Doomerang, which I actually thought up while I was playing Subnautica a little while back, but you haven't seen that video yet because I'm bad about posting stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited to do more of this. If you have like any particular fish from Subnautica you want to see me turn into a Leviathan, please let me know. I enjoy drawing things. I'm like 7-8 videos ahead with this, so it might take a little while to get there, but I will do it. I'll do it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!